Welcome to FlossTube number 2, the 4th grade stitcher. I'm Melissa. It's good to see you this Sunday afternoon. I've had a good day. It's my birthday, so I'm celebrating with a FlossTube and all my stitchy friends. Glad to see you. It's been a little over a week since I made my first FlossTube. I've been excited every time someone has followed. It's just, I tell my husband, oh, I've got another follower. So it's fun that I'm making new friends. I hope to meet every one of those people that are following me now in person someday. It would be wonderful. So I look forward to that. I have some things to share with you today that I've done. This past week, I've got a few things in the mail, a happy mail that I've been glad to receive. Got a few birthday gifts I want to share with you from my stitchy friends, Denise and Meredith. My daughter also surprised me with a pattern that she kitted herself. So I was excited and I love that. And I have a little list here so that I can try to keep myself straight today. I want to start out with a finish that I have. So this is a With Thy Needle and Thread, Mr. Marshmallow. I finished him on a mystery even count that I purchased at the first retreat I ever went to. Had never even stitched on an even count at that time. So I'm pretty proud of that. I did replace some of the stitch snowflakes with some buttons that I had. I'm waiting on some finishing materials for him. I have a plan. I'll show you how I intend to finish him. So with some of my happy mail. So I'm glad to have that done. That's the only finish that I have. I did have to go back to school. Our snow days were over, and so my stitching has slowed down just a little bit. Though I do have some fully finished items. I have this needle case, little needle book that was a kit from Stacy Nash. It's called Birds of a Feather, that I fully finished. The inside is my favorite. I love where the needle goes with the threads. Really happy with that. I like the French knots on the strawberries. It's one of my favorite things. So I fully finished that. Then I have my Roveris Nantucket stitch that I shared with you last week. It wasn't fully finished, but this week I have a fully finished needle roll. So here's the inside. Let me show you the back with the ship. On the inside in wool felt, we have a place to park our needles. Place for your scissors. I did modify the pattern just a little bit, and I left this bottom part open so that my scissors, I felt like, would stay in more securely. There is a pocket here. I had some vintage buttons that I sewed on the corners. Here's the scissor fob. And I also added a magnet inside my scissor fob for my needle. I don't always like my needle minder to be on my work, depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes I like it to be there. So this was a fun stitch. Took me longer than anticipated, but worth every minute of it. I finished my Pinker and Pumpkin spring salt box. Finished that into a little pillow for my dough bowl. I had somebody comment and ask me about the way I was finishing this. I had told you that I put the little pillow. This week, I didn't have time to make that little pillow, so I just put my stuffing in, and it is secure enough that I don't have to worry about it coming out. So those are my fully finished items for this week. I had a start in the Shamrocks That Grow by Crossford Rise. So this is the pattern. I've started this little shoe right here, and all I like on him is the fill in that shoe. And I made a mistake. Do you see my mistake? My 4 is backwards, so I'm going to have to pick that out and redo my 4. The border, the little variegated border there, my daughter inquired about that. She's fairly new to count cross stitch. She said, "Mom, is that variegated thread?" I said, "No." I said, "Each one of those colors, I had to stop and thread my needle." She was impressed. Wow. So I thought that was funny. I like that. I won't forget that. I've continued working on my Brenda Gervais, The Light of Winter, that I'm doing as a stitch along with my friends. I made just a small amount of progress on this one. The flowers, I did get those stitched in. So I made a little progress on that. It's been a very enjoyable stitch. I hope to work on my Vervaco Jesus this afternoon. It's downstairs waiting for me. The Light of Winter, I wanted to make a note on that. I have just added 2 or 3 threads to that this week. And Sarah, on Sarah's Stitchy Spot, had said, if you can just put a thread a day in, you're still making progress on that particular project. And I thought, if I could just do a thread a day in the things that I have started, then yes, I will see progress. So that has been my goal. Even if I'm tired, if I could just put one thread in, I feel like I've done something. And it's given me time to stop and relax and put just a little effort in on my projects. But I really like that she said that, and I wanted to remember that. I had made a note to mention that. So, also wanted to share with you some tips or likes that I have while stitching. I don't know if any of you listen to audiobooks, but I do listen to Audible audiobooks while I'm stitching, and the time just seems to go by so smooth, and it doesn't distract me from my stitching. But if you haven't tried audiobooks while you're stitching, please do. Please do. So I've learned a lot since I've been doing that. My vocabulary has expanded, so you can teach an old dog new tricks. And it is still true that the more you read, the more you know, even if you're 53 or older. I wanted to tell you about an app that my friend Jacqueline, she is Cross My Stitches, that's her FlossTube. She told me about Markup XP. That's a little bright. I don't mean to blind you with that. I was hoping I could show you the logo for that. Markup RXP. That is wonderful. It is great. I like paper patterns. I always love paper patterns because I could mark them off. I could highlight it, X through it, draw a line through it. This is great. I downloaded onto my iPad, and it's also, as you saw, it was on my phone. I can use it on my phone as well, and it keeps track of your stitches, how many you do a day. It keeps track of how long you worked on that project, which is great to see how much time you've invested, and you can highlight and mark on that pattern what you've done. I love it. I'm completely into that. I did the free trial and was sold on it. So I think it's I can't remember if it's $15.99 for a year or $19.99 for a year, but I have definitely enjoyed it over the last 2 months. It's great. If you haven't tried it, please try it. You get a 7-day trial. I'm not endorsed by them. I don't get anything from them, but I really do like that app. And thank you, Jacqueline, for telling us about that at our Stitch group. It's great. It's changed the way I work on my projects, and it's changed the time that I put in on each project. So I appreciate that. Christmas is over, but Christmas is coming. So this year I saw, I don't know if it was a blog or if it was another FlossTube, where she had said to take a clear Christmas ball, and she had kept her orts from all her projects in this clear Christmas ball. And then at the end of the year, she wrote the year and hung that on her Christmas tree. So I thought that was the neatest thing. So that is what I am doing this year. My orts go in the Christmas ball. So I just wanted to share that with you in case you wanted to do something like that. Let's see. Some haul. Modern Hoopla. Have you heard of Modern Hoopla? I had not. This was something that I found while scrolling social media, I think. But it's these little triangles. And it's just a neat way to finish economically, quickly, easily. Your hoop fits into that slot, and then you can display your work in the hoop. So I intend to finish my Mr. Marshmallow in a hoop like this because I feel like it's reminiscent of a snow globe. And I'll share that with you on the next FlossTube. I had to order one bigger, a hoop that was bigger, but that just, I really liked this concept, this idea. Again, that's Modern Hoopla. They had several different finishes. They had this natural color. They had a white. They had one that was stained in a darker wood. But I like that. I think that is just a nice, economical way to do a quick finish. As I mentioned, today is my birthday. I wanted to share a gift or two that my stitching friends sent to me. They surprised me. This was in my mailbox when I went out Friday afternoon and retrieved these things. This is a project bag that my friend Denise made for me. I love project bags with a clear front. I cannot use a project bag that is covered, that is solid. I lose track of what I'm working on. I'm not as inspired when I can't see what's in that bag. I love clear project bags. This scissor fob that I've turned into a zipper pull, my friend Meridith made for me. So I thought that was pretty. I wanted you to see that. They also sent me a few more little goodies. They sent me a sweatshirt that says, "It's a good day to cross stitch." Wore that yesterday. Meridith made me this sweet little biscornu. I don't know if you can really appreciate how small it is. It is absolutely adorable. I love it. It's so tiny. It's in my favorite colors. I love pinks, oranges, greens, any of those. She did a wonderful job. So tiny, so sweet. Thank you again, Meridith. My friend Denise made this picture for me. Be still and know that I am God. It has some little tiny gold beading on it. Already framed and ready to enjoy. It's wonderful when your friends are saved and know Jesus. It's just so great when they get you like that. So I'm still just really tickled with the gifts that they sent me. Sorry I'm jumping around. I had notes, but you know what? They're gone. Just going to play it by ear from this point out. I ordered these belt hangers. They were marketed as belt and scarf hangers on Amazon. But I bought those for my fancy floss. I needed something to hang other than one of the binder rings. So I ordered these, and they have worked just beautifully. So, and those were very economical. Thought I would share that with you. Back to another birthday gift. This is Dame Crawdle and the Bees. And the designer is Good Flora Stitchwort. She is an Etsy designer. To the best of my knowledge, I had never heard of her. I hadn't seen any of this. Let me take this out of the bag. Now that's much better. So this is a little sampler that my daughter found for me. This was my birthday gift from her. She said she chose this for me because she knows I like bees. My grandfather, he was a beekeeper, and he was also a sea bee, so therefore the bees, that's why I always liked them. She said she bought this not only for that, but because the lady is being followed by her old dog. And that was in the description down here. And she said, Mom, that's you and Pickles. So my Pickles is getting very old, and she does follow me through the yard. From the garden to the chicken coop, she's right with me. Virginia had it kitted up for me with DMC floss. I'm impressed. She is learning quickly, and she is starting to understand the excitement that we all feel when kitting something up, putting things together, seeing the floss on the fabric. So this is a piece of Weeks Dye Works color linen that I had on hand. So I used the same piece of linen for the Light of Winter, but I overdyed it with coffee. So this is the actual, oh, I'm sorry, this is parchment. Weeks Dye Works parchment. So, but it is the same color that I used for my Light of Winter that I overdyed with coffee. So you can see that changed it slightly, but it just enough that it worked for what I needed it to work for. I hope to start that project today since she gave it to me today. I think that would be fun. Even if I just get a stitch or two in it, I am going to start it. I wanted to share with you some upcoming events this year that are in close proximity to me. Like I said, I live here in central Kentucky. There aren't really a lot of retreats that I'm aware of. If you know of some, please tell me. Please share. If you know that some that are within, 2-3 hours of central Kentucky, I would be very interested in knowing about those things. There's one coming up in September. It's September 27th, 28th, and 29th. This is going to be a fun retreat. This is the first annual ranch retreat, and it's being planned for us by Rocky Run Ranch General Store, Meridith Weedman. And this looks to be just a great time. The cost of this retreat is $250. That's for 3 days of stitching pleasure. There's going to be gifts, door prizes, and the feature designer is Lori Beam. No, Lucy Beam. Don't know why I want to call her Lori. I have a friend, Lori. Lucy Beam, and included in your fee is a project that has been designed specifically for this retreat. It's an exclusive. You will receive everything you need to complete that. And I've also been told there are a few other surprises. So maybe I shouldn't have said that, but there are a few other surprises. Can't wait. Looking forward to that. Contact Meridith Weedman on Facebook or Instagram. She also goes by Rocky Run General Store. That's also Facebook and Instagram. Market's coming up. I hope to get a few more things, a few more smalls. I have plenty of large projects to do, but I would like a few more smalls. And Rocky Run Ranch General Store is who I get my market releases from. So I prefer to buy from her. She is just a small self business. It's just her and her husband. So if you need a pattern, contact her. She'll help you. She's helped me in my transition from Ada cloth to linen, and I appreciate that because I think I probably would have gotten bored without linen. So looking forward to that. Hope to see you there. March the 9th at Shaker Village at Pleasant Hill in Harrodsburg, Kentucky is a Shaker sampler. It's from 1 to 5, and it's just for the day. We're going to get to see some of the Shaker samplers that they have there that are the curated pieces that they have there that the general public doesn't usually get to see. I'm looking forward to that. It's my understanding we're going to receive a Shaker design, linen or Ada, to stitch that with. So head on over to the Shakertown website if you're interested in that. And maybe I'll get to see you there. I think that's pretty much everything I have for today. I hope that today was just a little bit smoother. I know I've been a little tongue-tied again, but you know what? It is what it is. So at least we weren't sitting around the table and sipping on iced tea and spitting it. So, hey, y'all have a good week. I look forward to seeing you again, maybe a couple of weeks before I'm back if school holds and my stitching progresses more slowly. It'll be a couple of weeks before I see you again. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I appreciate it. My 10-year-old said, hey, Mom, you need to give a shout out to your subscribers. So thank you again for subscribing to my channel. It's been very exciting. I laughed. I told my husband, I said, I think I have 172 views. And he said, wow. He said, that's great. Then I showed him a few views of some other FlossTubers, and we both had a good laugh. So if you don't care, share me with your friends. I love reading your comments. I look forward to them this week. I'm going to add some links to the retreats that I mentioned, and I will also leave a link for the things that I order from Amazon this week, so you can see those things. Until we meet again, blessings.